time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Monday, November 3rd. We've got the S&P currently up 9 points, NASDAQ up 97. Russell's red, down 13 points, down about 0.5%, and the Dow is also down about 0.5%, 236 points. Gold's up about 0.5%, silver's down 1/4. Notes, bonds, yields all pretty flat. Oil's flat. Natural gas is up almost 4%. All the grains finished green. Euro and the pound are flat. Bitcoin down almost 3%, back down around 107,000. VIX down 1% from Friday's close, currently at 17.26. As far as my trades today, when the market started falling early, I paused my morning BIX. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tranches, all one-sided stopped except for one. That's the 50-70 strike. So if we stay between 50 and 70, should be good there. So up a little bit. Did a 1 DTE, which I transformed into an upside vertical. It looks like this. So minimum profit 380. If we expire above 68.85 tomorrow, would be good for plus 1380. Did a 3-4 put calendar. It's pretty much break even, maybe up a little bit. I will close that by the end of today. Yeah, it looks like it's up maybe a couple percent, tiny. Let's see, day trades. I didn't do good on day trades, all 3 small losers, and then I did close out a swing trade on that soybeans trade that I had during the Trump posting about soybeans in China, and that ended up being a nice winner, a little over 4,700. I closed the last one of that. I only did 2. I closed the last one today. What else? Oh, Elliott. What do you know? I switch over to 2 contracts instead of 5, and I go 4 for 4. So hit profit targets on all 4 of my Elmos. Other than that, that is about it for me. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, had one winner in the live stream today. A nice Tesla trade. Had a loser in MU. Overall, I was green, though. Had one nice TLC trade. 2040-16 out. No 1 DTE. Couldn't watch price action for a while today, so just 1 TLC trade today. Probably would have taken 2 with this price action, but just couldn't keep an eye on price action.
As far as movers today, some of the quantums are nice and red. RGTI, QBTS, NBIS, all down big. Circle's down 6.5%. CoreWeave is down 5. OKLO down 4.5. As far as green goes, Carvana is up almost 8%. Nice little bounce. It had earnings last week. MU's up 5%, new all-time high. Uber's up 3.5%. We've got a couple of earnings today that I wanted to take a look at.
PLTR.
Yeah, PLTR and Uber, I think were the two. Let's see. Yeah, PLTR after the close. HIMS also after the close. And then Uber pre-market, Shopify, Spotify pre-market tomorrow. So those are the Uber and PLTR, I would say are the two that I'll check out. Tuesday after the close, AMD, SMCI, A-Lab, Beyond Meat. Before the open Wednesday, McDonald's. After the close Wednesday, Robinhood, IONQ, APP, Qualcomm, ARM, Snap, Fig. After the close Thursday open, DraftKings. And those are the main ones for the week. So Uber's trading at right under $100. All-time high is 102. Or 101.99 that it hit back on the 22nd of September. I would go bullish. Expected move of a little over 6.
I cannot. Is that your computer or mine that's having the notification, that sound?
I'll turn off my system audio. Mine's
cannot.
just the normal little notification noise for Discord.
Yeah. I still get that Halloween.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm hearing the Halloween notification.
I've never had the Halloween. So I would do something like this for Uber. Try to get filled at 46 cents. And I was filled. I just posted that in the trade channel. PLTR is hitting new all-time highs as we speak, or today. I mean, it's just been going straight up for the last 10 days.
Yeah, I heard about 30 minutes ago they were talking about they're supposed to announce, like, I don't know, just like ridiculous. I can't remember the number, 60 billion or 60 million or something. I don't know. It was a large amount of revenue, record. Everything was supposed to be record. But that doesn't always mean that goes up. So yeah, who knows?
Kind of makes me. I mean, it looks like that little run might have priced some of that in.
So I've got 2 calls, PLTR calls that I've had from swing trading that are still on. I'm going to leave them on kind of like I did Amazon, and then do a little bullish, where I know what my risk is if it drops.
A bearish?
Or, yeah, a bearish, so that, if it drops, those two calls will lose money. But if it goes up, I know what my max loss is. I did that with Amazon. It worked out really well. Just so happens I have Amazon and PLTR are my only two that I'm holding right now in terms of long calls.
I think I'll do bearish just for a little potential mean reversion. All right, so expected move about 18. So that'd be up to about 24. Whoops, that's the call side. What am I doing? That would not give you any profit to the downside, but no risk really. Try to get filled on something like this. See if I can get filled at 249 to give me no risk to the downside. Penny of profit, 2 pennies of profit. Let that sit for a bit. If we get a little bounce in PLTR, might get filled. $254. Nvidia is coming down through lows of day. Meta is at lows of day. Google's at highs of day. After that early run that Tesla caught, that you caught, Tesla hasn't really done anything else, just been kind of chopping sideways. Yeah, Amazon had that big gap up pre-market and then hasn't done anything. I'm going to go ahead and close out my 3-4 put calendar. I don't think it's going to do much else by the end of the day. Made $53 on my 3-4. Yeah, I'm just kind of watching meta. Like I said, that one I've position size to potentially go to 0. If it keeps going down, I may cut it at some point, but I'm down a couple hundred on that one. That's a swing trade. I did a vertical on Oracle. Oracle, same thing. It's kind of hanging out in that zone. That SPY trade, I'm going to go ahead and just cut that. I thought maybe we'd get a reaction on that announcement. I'm just going to go ahead and close that. I just got filled on PLTR. So, and by the way, like Kelvin on that kind of swing trade like that, like if you take that trade, you gotta have a plan for that trade. Like, don't wait for me to post. Like, if you're gonna take a trade, you need to have a plan of when you're gonna get out, what your risk is, all that stuff. Please don't wait for my trade. PLTR earnings fly filled at 249. SPX just kind of chopping around the expected move area after flush through it this morning, bounced back above it. Now it's just kind of chopping there. So I've got my transformed 1 DTE, but that's about it. Looking at the 6850 butterfly. Looks like it's trading for around $1.15 maybe, with 25 minutes to go. Getting a little dip coming down in the S&P and NASDAQ. Banks have been red all day. Bounced back to kind of unchanged. Crypto stocks have been red all day. Hood is back to unchanged. Microsoft had that spike early, and it's just been bleeding lower all day. Meta's hitting new lows. Chip stocks have been all over the place. SMCI getting really weak. Glad to see everybody made it back after Halloween. Safe and sound. Good to see. You'll be seeing a email, and I'll post about the that OPEX calendar. Basically what I'm going to do with that. Worked on that a bunch this weekend. It's become kind of a little bit of a monster as far as all the detail that goes into it. Keep realizing there's more and more I have to explain about it. But so what we're going to do is we'll do kind of an overview class after the market closes on November 13th. And then on November 20th, we will do a live trade. That's Thursday before OPEX, towards the end of the day. And then we'll do another third part of the class the following morning, option expiration morning on Friday the 21st. So that's the plan. I'll share all the details here coming up. SMCI still bleeding lower. By the way, I haven't posted my November plan yet around 0 DTE. I'm still working on a couple things, but for the most part, I won't be doing DDBs anymore, and I'll probably add back in some Wugas. I think is probably going to be the only change. Yeah, looks like it. Elliot scared everybody with his post earlier. There was an announcement from the U.S. Treasury on what their expectations were for debt and borrowing. Just going to borrow a little measly $569 billion in the fourth quarter. but no reaction from the market. I guess that was expected. Yeah, I wasn't sure what that. I wasn't really familiar with that announcement. I wasn't sure if it's going to be I think maybe your understanding or expectation of the expected move might be different matrix than what it should be. So I don't even like I don't even like the term expected move, because that kind of gives it the wrong impression. It really it's just the one standard deviation move for SPX based on how the options are priced. So that means it'll expire inside that area 68.2% of the time, which is what it does over many occurrences. If it gets breached a few times in a row, that has nothing to do with anything except that, like today, it's back in range. It could easily expire within that range, which would mean it held true. So don't look at it as some type of golden line that it shouldn't go through very often. That's not really what it's about. Yeah, I don't know, Troy. I mean, it's just kind of another another thing that's unsustainable, I don't have any. I'm not taking any action around it, that's for sure. What are you doing for it? Give me an idea, Troy. Give me something. I mean, I know you're a perma bear. Are you short? Are you buying teenies? Let's see where the old SPX fly is trading at. Still only about $1.25, $1.35. So you buy bullish butterflies and puts? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So you do that mechanically, or just kind of as the market moves around? How do you do that? Well, I'm asking because I was actually looking at. Well, I don't want to mess with my strikes on SPX, so I was actually looking at RUT to do it on that. But I was kind of like just looking at, okay, on if it moves up to a certain level, like every 50 points, basically is what I was looking at. Every 50 points, do something bearish, like a bearish butterfly, like a put fly below the money, and then anytime it moved down to a certain level, do a call butterfly above the money and just kind of like continue to stagger them as price moved around. I wasn't sure if that was similar to what you were doing. My directional assumptions is typically based on a level like Oracle, for example. I've got one on. So last week when Oracle came down to this, basically the top of this zone where it kind of topped out previously, it's come down to that level. That's where it's at right now. I took a bullish position. So if in the next few days, if it keeps on bleeding lower, I'll just cut it. But looking for a bounce here. So I'm, just like I day trade, I'm just using a specific level to manage risk around. Two and a half minutes till MOC. $50 fly looks like it's around $1.50 or so. Opt for dollar. You been scalping yet? I try to get a scalp on right before MOC here. I don't really have a bias. I'll just be starting on the call side. Yeah, I don't have a bias for MOC. One minute. Well, for stocks, they have earnings, so that's kind of like a binary event. There are binary events in the market, like FOMC. You'll see implied volatility typically expand and then contract afterwards. So just big news events. Oh, I didn't get filled. Small sell side. A little dip right before MOC. Oh, probably because I had my audio on for the MOC. Just turned it off. Oh, I don't know what to tell you there. $45 butterfly up to about $1.70, maybe 60. I haven't put in an order yet because it's just not close. All right. I did not get my order in time. Should be getting filled. There we go. I am in the 50s. Nice. So, oh, just the one scout. Back up to 50. If we can get above 50, I'll get a pin on one of my Bics. So yeah, 55 would work. Five minutes. Goog finally rolling over a little bit. Meta still putting in new lows. Chopping around 50. MSTR coming down. Three minutes to go, sitting at 51. Yep, that expected move area is staying below that. All right, 2-minute warning. Gonna need some last-minute heroics. We couldn't pull it off yesterday. PLTR creeping up towards highs as it goes into earnings. SPX down in the 48s. One more minute, sitting at 50. Touch 52. Let's get a 53 handle. Yeah, shut back down. That wouldn't be good. It's hugging it. It's hugging it. 10 seconds. Last second move. Can we do it? Can we do it? It's trying. Oh, a little markup. Oh, and back down. Now 52. Not bad. Still a loser, just inside the range. Almost got to 53 right there at the end. Looks like 68.52.1. All right, all. That's a wrap for the day. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.